Welcome back, guys. We are heading to the moon and we're gonna stay there. So we now have electric charge, which is nice. And we are just gonna launch. This is cool. The first mission to orbit another body. I like it. Let's start tilting over a bit more if we can. These fins are too big for this rocket. I need to put smaller fins on, which is something that I forgot to do. Alright. Let's keep going. We're not gaining speed right now, but now we are. Good. So we could have used the boost to a little bit higher altitude, but this is fine. This is absolutely fine. Let's stay here for a second. And let's start coming down to 90 degrees, or 45 degrees it is, I guess. We're just gonna stay at 90 degrees heading. Trajectory. Perfect. This is perfect. Our axis is 20 kilometers, and the time to axis is climbing, or climbing slightly. Not very much, but that's okay. As long as it's climbing, that's fine. Okay. Let's get into space. So we haven't launched any Kerbals yet. Only to pick up stuff, science from the launch pad, which isn't exactly a launch just because you're sitting on the launch pad. But we will be launching Kerbals. But I like that it's more or less unmanned before manned, because it makes sense. It makes sense to launch unmanned craft first, in my opinion. Send a calculator into space before you send a Kerbal. I think that is the way to go. Alright. So we're gonna come down and go completely horizontal now. Okay. Our axis is at 47 kilometers, 48, 49, 50. So just going up, and wow, we are getting some heating, but we are getting up into the thinner atmosphere. We'll just kill this here, and it will be a minuscule burn to circularize. Right. Heating should be going away now. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into space, and then we'll put in a circularization burn. Is that how you say it? I think that's how you say it. We are drifting a bit. Let's just try and get the nose back down to horizontal. We can do a little bit of a burn just to get our apparatus back up to around 80. And I think that'll be fine. We are very soon in space. There we go. We are in space. And the wonderful music kicks in. Music in this game is just so great. It's so appropriate for what's going on. Right, let's circularize. Oops. Something like that. 7980, that's fine. Burn time 4 seconds. It's nothing. So let's tilt over. The node is in 1 minute and 45 seconds, so we'll just tilt down to the maneuver node. And then we'll warp. Well, yeah, we'll do a little bit of warping. Stop, 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 stop. Man, it's heavy. What we can do is... Where is the front? Here. Extend that. Extend that. Extend that. Okay. So we need to warp a tiny bit. So let's just do that now. Time warp times 5. Let's just go down to around here and burn. Oh, I hit the wrong button. All right, this should be fine. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and we have plenty of electric charge, which is very nice to see. All right, let's get a maneuver in here. Right around here, I think. Let's get out there. That's a bit much. Okay, so we get an encounter there. Set as target. Focus view. And you're pretty much coming in. We want to come up just a tad, I think. We want to go slower. So no. Right, that's better. Let's get in there, and we can get it closer by moving the maneuver node a bit, but that really didn't work the way I had intended. Okay. Right, that's better. No. No. Right, so let's do this and get in close. Now a relay really isn't supposed to be close, but we want to get science sent back from space near the moon. So we'll do that. And then we'll do a little fix so that we're equatorial, I think. But this is fine. Let's warp to the node. It's a 35-second burn. We might just ditch this stage, I think. What we could do is simply just deorbit a little bit. Like that. And ditch the stage. And then we can turn around and fly straight into it. That was well planned, wasn't it? So are we going to fly straight into it? Yeah, it looks like. Okay. That's not ideal. We need to burn at 19 seconds, and I really don't want to fly into that thing. So how do we avoid that? We need to burn now. We did fly into it. Darn it. Well, we still have our antenna. What? We still have the probe. And we still have control. And we still have one... what's it called? One solar panel. So we might be okay. The burn is not at all where we want it to be, though, so we'll have to make a correction for that. Oh, that was terrible. And now we're dragging to the side a bit because of our mass not being centered at all. Alright, let's see where we are. If we turn that off. Okay. Let's just add a little maneuver here. Come out like that. That was a bit much. That was a bit much. Around there. And this is fine. It doesn't need to be perfectly equatorial or anything. We don't have a mission for that, so it doesn't really matter where it is. And we don't need to burn that precisely, so we'll just do it now. And stop. 3, 12. Okay. So we're on our way. And the other part is going to burn up in the atmosphere eventually, which is good. So let's... don't want to set an alarm clock. Just want to warp here. Okay. Warp closer than that. So when you're time warping, when you switch influence, it always slows down to 50. Close that. Don't want to create an alarm. Okay. Can I close the alarm clock? Yes. Alright. Let's just warp into the sphere of influence. There we go. We're at 12, so that's perfect. Let's just add a maneuver here. We will just... let's see, how much delta V do we have left? Tons and tons and tons. And so I think what I want to do is just do that so that we orbit. And I want to see, do we still have science? We have the thermometer, not the barometer. Darn it. Okay. Well, it was my own fault for making that horrible maneuver there. But there we go. Let's warp to the node. We can warp quite a bit closer. There. And burn. Okay. Well, why are you not staying with the node? Why is the node moving way over there? Okay. Whoa. Well, this is fine. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Alright, let's log temperature. Transmit that. It's not a whole lot of science that we get, but it's science. And then let's add a maneuver up here. What? No. Add a maneuver up here. What's it doing down there? Oh. Okay, fine. There we go. And we will speed up a bit here. And there. That'll be fine. So warp there. We have signal where that is, so that's good. I had hoped for more science there, but it is what it is. It is what it is. What we can do is send something that we're going to bring back. And let's just burn. Doesn't matter. Whoa, that was too much. We have tons of delta V left to fix it though, so let's just get into orbit. There we go. We're in orbit. We'll be visible to Kerbin most of the time, so we have some we have our first relay sat at the moon. Fantastic. Done and done. Let's go to the Space Center and see what we can get next. I hope there wasn't a parameter that it had to be under a certain height or something. Explore the moon. Nope. Good. Done. Explore the moon. Yeah. Done. World first milestone. Orbit the moon. Done. Beautiful. How much does it cost to upgrade this? Ouch. A lot. Okay. And we don't really need that anymore. Well, yet. Tracking station is expensive. The BAB is very expensive. Astronaut complex. So Kerbals can perform EVAs and Kerbals on EVA can plant flags. We want that even though we haven't done any Kerbal missions yet. Alright. The board of directors at Kerbin... Our exploration of Kerbin is going according to plan. We must continue to unravel its mysteries. We need to test out our rendezvous capabilities. Park 2 vessels next to each other around Kerbin. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, that's a good question. So rendezvous 2 vessels. That's fine. We don't make that much money, but we do make some. So then let's see. The only thing that we have, let's look at debris. So escaper 1 debris. We can't terminate that. Why can't we terminate that? Oh, it's landed at Kerbin. Okay. Well, let's recover that. So the moon debris. Let's terminate that. That is debris, but that is gonna deorbit at some point. It's not very much in the atmosphere. It'll take a long time for it to deorbit, but that's fine. And here we have our relay sat. That's fine too. Okay, but we don't really have anything orbiting Kerbin, so we would need to first put something into orbit of Kerbin, and then do the rendezvous. So we can't do that. We do have this landed at Kerbin. Here. Position a satellite in a specific orbit. Okay. We have to have a Science Junior on board, Mr. Go. And we have to maintain stability for 10 seconds. So I think we'll position a satellite in orbit first. And we will explore Kerbal as well, because we will be wanting to do that eventually anyway. There's also an equatorial orbit of Kerbal. That's definitely something that we can do. Did I not transmit the thermometer science? I don't think, maybe I didn't. I think I did though. Okay. This is fine as well. Okay, they also want a satellite around Minmus. Okay. That's a possibility as well at some point. Let's see, there isn't really anything that we want here, is there? Well, flight control, the small inline reaction wheel might be nice. And... we don't really need it right now. I think I'd rather have survivability. Yeah, I'd rather have survivability first. All right, let's take a look at launching a new satellite. We had to have a Science Junior on it. We had to have Mystery Goo. That's all fine. Mr. Goo there. More or less. There, I think. Or what? There. That's fine. That'll do. Doesn't matter that it clips. Okay, and we will put a thermometer on it as well, though. You can put that over here. Yes. What I'll do is... we need battery. Because I don't want to be fighting that tiny bit of electrical charge. I want a Munitron on here. That can go there. And then we want some way to generate power, which will be a couple of these. There. So that's basically our satellite. We don't have any fairings, which is annoying. But we can put a little fuel tank on here. What's this? Oh, that's a bigger one. Well, we'll just use this. Let's just use this, even though it's overkill. We'll use this one with the Terrier. And we will decouple that. And that's our probe. Tons of delta V. More than enough. Alright. Then we need this guy. Engine swivel. Actually, what are these Kodiaks? They have a lot more thrust. I don't think we need that. Let's see. Engine ISP. 85, 300. $253.20. Okay. Well, do these have vectoring? No. No. Right, so swivel it is. Okay. So like that. This should actually do it. This should do it. Let's put these fins on here. Oops. 4. Let's just put them there. And I think this will be fine. We have a decent thrust to weight ratio. Everything is looking good. This will work. We have antennas, we have those guys, we have a thermometer, so if we get a science mission around Kerbal or something, we can get that going. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. So this will be Kerbal. Actually, this must be a new unmanned. Yeah. But which one is it that we're doing? Which one needed? This one needed the mystery goop. So that is it. John's Cannery. So we will call this John's Cannery relay sat. Yeah, John's Cannery relay sat. Save that. And that will be the one. But before we go to launch, which we won't be doing in this one, but in the next one, let's just see where he wants it to go. So, Agency Sean's Cannery, there. So, he wants it to go out here, and that's absolutely fine. If we'd had a fairing, we could have launched both of them at the same time. But we don't have a fairing. This is the other one, yeah. He actually wants us to go pretty far out. But should have more than enough Delta V to do this, I think. Alright, there's a bit of an inclination, which we can deal with. So basically, we want to just time warp a little bit. And we want basically want KSP to be over here on this side. So right around there. And if we look, yeah, this will do. And when we launch, we just launch with a little bit of north. And we should be golden. Alright, but we will do this in the next one. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.